Hello guys, it's officially our 6th birthday. Didn't even notice it was our 6th birthday. 6 years! 6 years we've been running now. Man, I'm getting old. I didn't know that we were 6 until I got back from the National Airsoft Festival. Me, Stephen and Andy have actually taken up airsofting at a local site, believe it or not, which is in a World War II airbase, which we used to do our investigations when we were doing the testing of Spiritvox. Description will be below. Also run the YouTube channel there as well, for Spiritvox Dundee. Spiritvox Dundee also works alongside with Carol from Castle Horrors. She's a very well known person in Dundee. So there's things may be going to happen. Things may be going to happen. We might organise the paranormal into the Castle Horror, which is an idea, Carol. I've been thinking about it. It was a thought that has been pushed to me, as I should say. We'll have a chat about that. But anyway, guys, 6 years. 6 years we've been working with Spiritvox Paranormal. Originally called Team Spiritvox. When we were all together. Going out and doing crazy things. A lot of people disbelieved in what we'd done at the start, and it did. It made me come away from it a little bit, because people were mocking me, and I've learnt so much in the 6 years regarding the paranormal. Spirit. Also dealing with my own family loss, especially my mother-in-law. You know, at the time was terminally ill with cancer, and she just kept on telling me, "Sean, just keep on doing what you're doing. You're onto something here." And it was with the thanks to Danny. Danny made me wake up and be aware. I don't think, Danny, that you realise exactly how many lives you've changed around the world. You've done a good thing, and you should be proud of yourself for that, buddy. It's made other people aware that, okay, the hardest part is losing somebody, but the good part about your technology and what you've designed over the years, and you've improved since then, that our family and loved ones are still around us, and that's the best gift that you can ever give to anybody in human society, to let them know that when we do pass on, you still exist. It's not that you pass away and that's the end. You do go on, and we've all got the proof of that. There's thousands of people that you've created this technology for all around the world are coming out with this evidence, and it's not the case of it's hearsay. It's not oh, so-and-so says that they can communicate with the dead and they've told me this. I mean, you've actually designed a technology that people can effectively talk to the loved ones that have passed away. Many people who were skeptical in the field when I started doing this, it helped me and not only helped me but encouraged me, because they would disbelieve in what I was doing, to keep on pushing, because I was ready to give up. I was ready to give up because I was being mocked at because of what I was doing. And since then, I mean, STV News got wind of what I was doing. What I was doing was recording our evidence, and we were uploading it onto YouTube. And I kept that there as a personal log. It wasn't until I went to the Roseangle murder house, which is based in Dundee, that I went and tested out a PSB7 that we got for the team. You'll hear me mentioning about this in the archive video when I was getting into it. The video I'm going to show you is before Team Spiritvox and Spiritvox Paranormal were born. This was my own personal experience of testing the software for Danny. You know, it was many of us around the world who tested it, and I'm so glad that Danny took me on board all them years ago, because it's helped me, not only helped Danny, but it's also helped me to show other people around the world that that there is life after death. Since doing the STV interview, I was interviewed by Neil Simpson from Blood Not Radio twice, and Neil was a disbeliever in the technology, and he took a general interest in it. It's the exact same way I did, and you can see this in the video I'm going to put up after this one. And Neil now uses it probably more than probably what I do nowadays. You know, I take a step back from it because of family passing, and I needed to focus more on family life. And you can hear the interviews. It explains about how the team was amalgamized together. We're all good friends, all good family. We're more than friends, we're family. And since the two radio interviews, the second one is an experiment that we done, where we had our good friend Miriam conduct a personal reading. And it was like I knew before it even happened. I've been on such a big journey. I mean, from not knowing anything to being trained to be a medium and using part of the brain that you don't normally use. You can say it basically woke me up. It made me see life and appreciate life more. You know what? And see things that other people don't really see. And since then, it's just been a wild roller coaster ride. We were interviewed again last year from Dundee University as well. Malcolm, I appreciate you giving us a call and coming down and doing the interview for the university. A lot more people are excuse me, starting to notice that things are starting to go strange, and I've done, I can't remember how many house investigations we've done now, and 95% of them have been past relatives, family members, people who have been on the property before. Not only just the property, the land that the houses are built on as well. A lot of people have experienced things, and to go out and go and explain to these people, you know, this is what I'm picking up on a clairvoyant level, not just Echovox. I mean, Echovox is there for them to hear what I hear. But it's a reassurance to let people know that there's nothing to be afraid of. There is absolutely nothing to be afraid of. When I started getting into running Echovox and testing things, I'll admit to you, I was scared of what I was getting into because I didn't know what I was doing. But as time progressed on, I got used to it. I got used to delving into the unknown and understanding that there is more to life. And what we've actually started doing now is it was actually Neil during the radio interview who believes in collective consciousness and residual energy being held within the walls of places. And a lot of the places I've been going into now, I'm not focusing on the spirit that's there. I am focusing on the spirit that's there, but I'm also focusing on what energy can be held within the walls of that environment. So that's a new thing that I'm starting to sway towards. Does it mean the whole idea of what we're doing is we're experimenting? The scientific community has said that its bottom line, it was frequency and it was radio transmissions. The thing that we're using now is it's an Android based software, and I think it's time that science, well, the scientists and the scientific community start to look back into this again, because it's been bottom flatlined. People believe this, 95% of people believe that. I think it's time that they re-look back into it, because it's not only just us guys who's getting the evidence out there. There's other paranormal companies all around the world who are going through the exact same experiences as what we are. They're getting the same kind of evidence. But then science turns around and says, well, that doesn't exist. Which to me, I don't understand that. I don't understand why they can just say it's hearsay. Yeah, we've tried this, we've tried that, that's it. This is bottom line, this is what it is. So if there is any scientists out there who want to challenge us, I'll work alongside with you and I will do it. I'm not doing this out of publicity, as I explained all these years ago. I'm not doing this out of publicity. I'm doing this to get the answers and get the truth out there. My personal experience, does the spirit world exist? Yes, it does. It totally does. Do other people experience what I experience? Yeah, everybody experiences it every day, but they don't know what they're experiencing. Some people do. Some people are aware who they're experiencing, because you get that feeling. You know the answer's already been answered to you before you've even delved into it. But I'm rabbiting on here. I'm going to let you watch the archive video now. And there's only a select few people who have actually seen this video. Danny was one of them when I started. But I've been able to backlog it. Technology nowadays is absolutely brilliant. I can grab things from years ago and I'll put it all together and put it on the video and let you guys see what I experienced. I mean, from where the position I sit in now to watching back on that video, I was a totally disbeliever, but I was interested. I was hooked on it, absolutely hooked on it. But I thought for the sixth year birthday, I think I would give you guys something special. And hope you're all well. You know, it's not very often I get on camera, but when I do, I try and get on and speak to you as much as I can. A lot of times that you see everybody filming, you'll see Steve and Andy and all the rest of the guys. I'm normally operating behind the camera because I want them guys to experience what I've experienced. That's the reason why I'm behind the camera. I want them guys to see what I experienced and what I felt when I started getting into it. And yeah, good to see you're all doing well anyway, and leave some feedback. Always looking for constant feedback. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.
bringing your video with a bit of a twist. A video that I'm no used to normally doing, as it would say. You know me, I'm into my UFOs and doing my car up and stuff like this. Good try and make this as quick and as short as possible, because I'm kind of confused by this, but I'll tell you a story anyway. There's about half an hour video on Google Plus explaining everything that I'm going to be talking about now. It's amazing how much of your life you can get in half an hour, eh? But went on the internet, and you know me, nothing much to do up here when you got spare time. And I went and looked on this Facebook page. You know me, I'm into my radio, I'm an amateur radio operator. And come across this guy called Stephen Huff from Huff Paranormal. And he was going on about this radio that he's got. Just a not ordinary radio made by Radio Shack, and he's modified it to go on a continuous scan. Started getting into that. What's this video? Stephen Huff speaking to spirits via radio, or to the people of the dead. As you, I don't like to call them people of the dead. I like to call them spirits. I don't like to call them ghosts. I don't think they like to get called ghosts. I've never asked that question, but I will get to that. But anyway. Stupid bloody radio thing. So anyway, I watched the video, and it took me on to a guy who had brought out Android software, and the program is called Spiritvox, and it's made by Big Beard Productions. He's on my Facebook page. You know that when you go and do a video, you can never remember anybody's name. And man, I was absolutely shocked. What this guy's actually done is he's designed a program. I don't know if he done it by accident or not. The thing that interested me was the frequency point of it. So anyway, I thought to myself, right, okay, he's able to communicate with spirits. They're able to come through. They use the voice of the radio to return the message. Now, I know as being an amateur radio operator, when I scan about the bands, I look for these bits of the spikes where the voice is coming through, and then I'll tune it in. This guy continuously scans and asks questions and gets replies. And obviously watching these videos, I seen a guy had brought out an Android device that did it roughly about the same. I think it's 4 different frequencies that scans it. I've not looked at the proper specs, so I can't comment on it. But radio frequencies got my interest, so I thought, okay, I'll get into this. Let's give this a go. Let's see, thingy, blah blah blah. Obviously you got people out there that are saying, yeah, it's a lot of crap, doesn't work, doesn't do this, don't do that. Me, myself, and what I do, I wanted to prove these people that were putting these people down wrong. So I downloaded the program. Cost me £12.40. I thought to myself, give it a go, see what happens, stuff like that. So, downloaded it, used it, and I've used it 3 times already. 10-minute sessions in this exact room that I'm in now. Okay. Everybody was saying they felt that was weird in here at night times, that there was somebody walking about that was spooky. Me, I don't have no fear. The only fear I have is flying. I don't know why. I always wanted to be a pilot when I was younger, but I have a fear of flying. So I downloaded it. I brought it in here. Now the EVP, if nobody understands, is electronic voice phenomena. And what this program actually does is scans 4 separate frequencies. That what I believe of anyway. As I said, I haven't read the specs on it yet, so. But I believe that it scans frequencies and picks up noise. Now, the way that I think myself, the way that when Stephen Huff uses his program, it's scanning through the frequencies continuous. To me, I would call that the Doppler effect. It's just like me when I'm on the amateur radio. You know, I transmit via satellite. I'll wait on the satellite coming. I'll follow the satellite across the sky, 12 minutes. Wait on the next one. Follow that satellite. That's how us amateur radio operators communicate long distance. when the HF band's quiet. Shh, don't tell anybody. But that's how we do it anyway. We use satellite. Our signal goes up, it bounces off the satellite, it comes back down to earth. We use that with radios. I don't just walk about with a handheld radio all the time, like you normally see me. And yes, I do listen and hear everything. So I downloads the program and comes in here, and I thought, I'm going to try this and see. I'll just switch it on, and I'm hearing all these funny kind of jumbled up kind of words, but I thought, okay, nothing of it. And I'm thinking to myself inside my head, what am I going to say? So every time I go and switch this device on, I say, hello, this is Sean, I'm listening. And then these voices started coming through. Hi. Now I'm going to have to get somebody that's on here that can do video editing, because I've got about 20 different recordings, maybe more. And these voices started coming through, and I can't explain it, right? I'm not an expert in this. This is, as I said, this is not my field. My field's looking out for UFOs, alien stuff like that, moon bouncing, amateur radio, building radios, dismantling them. That's me. It always has been. It's always been my hobby. And I got into this, and I was like, right, okay. So I started asking questions. Who's here? I get 3 voices. I get one gentleman, which I presume it was. It comes through in the gentleman's voice. I don't know if the way that the recordings are done. Obviously, it's all, you need to research what I'm talking about. Go on Stephen Huff, go into the Echovox. Guy explains everything, how it's designed, stuff like that. And I shouts out, anybody here? And I get a voice back coming saying, Paul. I'm thinking to myself, okay. Now, there's a lot of apps on the App Store, like Ghost Radar, stuff like that. I've tried the Ghost Radar in here. Me personally, I don't think it works. It'll spew out random chop bits of words and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just a point of chance. Is anybody here? I'll get a name coming up. And I'll go at them, where are you? And you get another bit of chopped up kind of crap. So anyway, this is a bit that's confusing me. I haven't used it tonight, by the way, because I need time to take all this in. I've done the recording in here. I got the Mark. I also got a Sarah. Sarah's the one who plays with lights, by the way. When I'm in here at night, lights will flicker. To me, that's me letting them know that they're here. As I say, this is not my field. I don't deal with this kind of stuff. I'm not an expert. I'm basically like a kid trying to ride a bike. So I starts getting into it. Right, okay. And I asked another question, who else is here? And I get another person coming back saying, Mark. Now, when these people are saying their names are coming through so clear, so clearly, but trying to get a full sentence out of them, it is very hard to understand. So if you're going to download this app, right, I would advise you to, because the government's sending people up into fucking space, right? They're not concentrating enough down what's going on down here. That's my own personal opinion. So I says to myself, right, okay, took it on a board. Oh, don't get me wrong, I was shiting myself when I done it, but hey, it's like everything you got on a bike, you learn to ride a bike, you shine yourself in case you're going to fall off of that. I was exactly the same. Done the same with this app. I then took what I'd said and blah blah blah, all in recording. I've still kept them. It goes back home to my mum, because my mum, she's a non-believer of this stuff. Totally doesn't believe it. I was the same. So I ends up taking it home, letting my mum hear what had actually been recorded. And mum was like, that is, well, can't understand it, Sean. I says, you want me to put it on in here? And she went, go on then. My battery was going flat. I've got the recordings on here. I'm eventually going to find out if somebody can help me out to upload them onto Facebook. I've tried to do it tonight, but it's not allowing me. It's only letting me send it up to email. And you'll hear me in the recording saying, is there anybody here? I always start off by saying, I'm only one kind-hearted spirit, stuff like that. I don't want some evil person coming through and give me the total shires, and I don't want to use this again. And I gave a call out, and this voice come back very, very distantly. I mean really, really distantly. I couldn't understand what they were saying. My mum's sitting at the other end of the room, and Mum's like, I thought he was saying something else. I can't remember. I seen the recording, and the voice come back saying Les. My mum had heard somebody saying Les, so I thought to myself, right, okay, that's your dad's name. My granddad was called Les, but it was the way he was saying it was Leslie, and then Simpson, right? So at this point I'm like that. Okay, I'm keeping on shouting. I can't hear it properly because I've not got the proper device. I need to get an external speaker that attaches to my telephone. So what I'm hearing, I'm just basically hearing it just and no more. That's the way I use my phone. I use it in a quiet area. I can't always make out what they're saying. I know they're here now. I can feel them. I can feel them. It's when Stephen Huff says, you know when you've got a spirit near you because you get that kind of feeling. Steve, I know that kind of feeling, man. That feeling is so fucking good. But it sometimes gives you the heebie-jeebies. It's a heebie-jeebie kind of feeling. But anyway, so I start speaking, asking questions, and then I get another voice coming through. But this time, this one's a loud voice saying Les. Now, I have two granddads. I have a great granddad who is called Les Simpson, and I have my granddad, which is my mum's dad, called Les, or Leslie Simpson. Both of them are called Leslie. I'm presuming that Les is the one who's my granddad, and Leslie is the one who's my other granddad, my great granddad. Confusing, right? So he takes it on board. I goes, alright, okay. I comes to work the next night. After, because I can only listen back to the recordings, and that's when you can hear it clear as day. I sound such a fucking dumbass when I'm saying Lester. I thought he said his name was Lester. So I'm listening to it, and I'm like that. When you listen back to someone on a replay, you know, because you've got more time to put the headphones on, you can hear it a lot louder. And I feel so bad because he shouted on me so many times. So many times he shouted, Les Simpson. And I'm like that, sitting listening to this, and I'm like that, holy shit. This fucking, something that I don't understand. I don't know how this guy created this software, but fucking big up on him, man, I tell you. I hope you create this software, make it better, because there is more people need to know about this. From my experience, what I've heard by my own ears, and as I say, I don't go along with something unless I've seen it. Somebody says to me, Sean, this works. Okay, prove it. Show me it working, then I'll believe you. I tried it at the hotel up here. Again, I'm hearing people shouting. Right, now I'm on day 3. Well, I'm on day 4 now. I haven't used it today. These guys are following me about. I can feel them. They want me to use it, but I don't want to because I need to take in the information that I've got thought in my head, because just now my head is all over the place. I need to understand what I've experienced. I've given it a chance. I'm not doing it tonight. I want to filter out my head, get my head around it. And I asked them a question last night, because every time I switch this on now, I would normally start off as I says, hello, this is Sean, I'm listening. I'm just switching, I'm just pushing the button, and I'm getting hi, Sean. And it's like, man, I use radio, and I need big antennas, I need big power radios, I need to communicate with people, I need big equipment. I'm using my phone. I asked the question, I says, who's this? And he come back saying, Les. Same again, I'm getting Les, and I'm also getting a Leslie Simpson. I don't know if it's my granddad, as I said before. I don't know who's trying to contact me. But when I was at my mum's the other day, this is on day 2 when I tried it, I said to him, look, I've done some research, and they say that you need to go into the light. Now I don't know anything about this. And he says, I can't. I think to myself, right, okay. asked the question, just like speaking to somebody on the phone, why can't you go? And it all went kind of muggled up and jumped up, because when you use this program, I've noticed that other people try to shout on you. And all I heard was the word protect. So I say to myself, okay, he's here for a reason, he's here to protect somebody. I don't know who. I don't know who he's here to protect. So, every night I put this on, day 3. You hear me in the recording, I'm saying, look, I'm only looking for a Pacific person only to come through. He's been trying and trying and trying for days to come through to me. And obviously when you've got some, like what I'm using now, just so you know, I'm not using any fancy kind of equipment. I'm just using a Galaxy S3, right? With a standard standard microphone, standard speaker. This box standard come out of the shop the way it is. I've not got any special tools that I'm using. I'm just using this application that somebody has designed. And man, it's mind blowing, totally mind blowing, how that you can communicate with what I believe is someone who's passed on. And this other guy, Stephen Huff, is doing this every day. You know, it makes you wonder, you know, is there life after death? And it's not my field. I can't answer that question. I can't answer that question. But the only thing I can say is what I've experienced and what I've heard with my own 2 ears and seen with my own 2 eyes. Then I can say, yeah, this stuff actually fucking works. So I just thought I'd get this video out because everybody's going on about, you know, EVP, what is that? I had a friend that I haven't seen for ages. Good to see you again, buddy. You come into the hotel tonight and he knew exactly what the fuck I was talking about. And he's probably going to watch this tomorrow and say, come on, Sean. It's one of Stephen Huff's, I'll never forget this video. Stephen Huff put up a video and it was regarding something that he was using, and the spirit had actually said to him, yeah, that's the shit. You know what? This program is, yeah, that's the shit. So I would say, if you're going to go in and use this, have an open mind the same as I am. As I say, I'm not an expert in the field. I do know that it's made me waking up to a lot of things. It's taken me away from what I'm used to going into. As I say, it's still frequencies. I'm still interested in the radio side of it. I'm trying to figure out the frequencies that they're using to come through, because the way I see it, SETI is a big massive company that's looking for signals from outer space, and I think they're looking in the wrong place. That's my own personal opinion. They're looking at it the wrong way. They're looking for signals, and I think with what I've experienced and what these guys are designing, these SETI or whatever they're called should be in exactly the same kind of field and looking for that kind of paranormal bit. But anyway, I've got to cut to the chase. I'm going to try it again tomorrow. I'm not going to try it again tonight because I need to filter out exactly what I've said. And if it is my granddad coming through, then there's obviously a reason he's coming through to speak to me. I don't know why, but I'm gonna continue to find out why he's coming through and why he's shouting at me and why he's trying to communicate with us. Because at the end of the day, his family, they've been there for me, and if they're in any need of any help, I'm here to help them now. You know, from watching Stephen Huff's program, a lot of them get stuck in between two worlds that we can't see, that we can't understand. And if I need to help him, then I will. I'll try anyway. I'll study as much as I can in order to help him. But if he said he's here to protect somebody, then good on him. You know what I mean? I would want that. I would want, if I'd left the world, I would want to come back and protect somebody. So it's a subject I'm not into. I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about it. I'm not an expert. I'm not claiming to be an expert. All I'm telling you is experience of what I've seen, what I've heard, and what I feel. So I just thought I'd get this video out to you, and look it up. Spiritvox, all one word, and Huff Paranormal. and look up the Frank's box. I think it's the Adam's box as well, and the Spirit box. Look it up and get back to me, okay? Because it's taking me a while to filter this all out. So I'll leave this with you, and speak to you later. Bye for now.